Hello, here is how to complete the times 5 homework for the week. Kids can work on 1 a day or 2 a day, it doesn't really matter. This doesn't have to be returned, it's just for practice. The first thing I recommend doing is folding this into thirds. That just makes it a little less confusing for kids. So the first thing they should do, as always, write their name. Now we are filling in the will. This is kind of like a T-chart, so I'm going to draw a T-chart over here just in case you see your kiddos making one. A T-chart is one way to make your facts and to know what your facts are. So you draw a 1, a 5, 5 dots, and then we're going to go all the way down to 12. Okay, so we do 5. They could count each one to get to 10, or they can just count by 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. That's one way to do it. We can also fill it in this chart, this wheel here, and we know that we start at 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Now, I would recommend having your kids go around and you tell them stop. That's the fact family they're going to use. So we're going to have 5, 6, and 30. I'm going to do another one. 9, so that's going to be 5, 45, and 9. Now they're going to write a multiplication, 2 multiplication facts and 2 division facts with this fact family. We have 5 times 6 equals 30, 6 times 5 equals 30, 30 divided by 5 equals 6, and 30 divided by 6 equals 5. They will do the same thing with their next facts. Right here, we're going to do a fact search. It says circle and write them in the table below after you find 5 facts. They could draw another T-chart. They could also look at the wheel, or they could know that anything times 5 will end in a 5 or a 0, and to make sure. So we've got that. Sorry. It's like this. 3 times 5 equals 15. Let's see. 5 times 2 equals 10. And you keep going and find all of them. Okay? Then come over here. It says color the squares to match the key. Solve each multiplication problem. Use the key to color the picture. So I have a gray marker here. None of them are gray, but so I would color all of the ones that were 45, which would be all the 9 times 5s, pink, for instance. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to find all of the 5 times 9s and 9 times 5s and make a beautiful picture. It doesn't have to be perfect, as we all know. Okay, then I would go on to orange where anything was 55. I have a green marker, so let's do green. Anything that's 40, so that'd be 5 times 8 or 8 times 5. I'm going to color those green. See? And then you just keep on going with that. If you open it, here you can use a paper clip to spin. You put a paper clip, hold your pencil, click it. So we're going to do 3 times 5, or 5 times 3 equals 15. Over here, we're going to do 3 times 5 equals 15, because those are both the same. You know that that's the commutative property. If you don't have a paper clip, which I know I don't have any at home, you can, and stop. Okay, that's going to be 5 times 1 equals 5, or 1 times 5 equals 5, and keep going. Okay, if you do not have a die at home, it says roll a die, solve the expression, continue until you reach an emoji, color the winner, just go across. And, you know, tell your kid when to stop. So I know that 5 times 2 equals 10, so I'm going to color it in. Next time, stop. Okay, 5 times 0 equals 0, so I'm going to color it in. 5 times 5 equals 25, I color it in. Okay, 5 times 1 equals 5, I color it in. And I keep going until I get to one of the emojis, whichever one I get to first. It's no big deal. Okay, the final part back here on the back, it says color the true equations until you reach the end. You can move up, down, right, or left, not diagonally, so you can't go this way, that way, that way, or that way. And so to start off, I know 5 times 5 is 25. I know that 5 times 1 is 5. I know 0 times 5 is 0. And I keep going until I get to the end over here. Okay. And you're just trying to solve the maze. And there you go. That is how you do the homework for this, or the times 5 for this week.